Super Apple Episode 2, Hero Day. Morning light poured through the high glass windows of the training hall. Super Apple, or just Apple as everyone called him, was practicing non-stop. His punches left dents in reinforced metal, his jumps shook the floor, and his laughter filled the room. It had been only a week since his powers awakened, and he couldn't get enough of them. Talia entered with her usual calm posture, holding a tablet. "You're early again, Apple." Apple grinned, wiping sweat off his face. "Well, I did just get super strength and flight. I gotta use it before I explode." Talia chuckled slightly. "Good. Because today, you'll use it for real." She tapped her tablet, and a hologram of a massive cave appeared. Inside it, a strange creature moved in the dark. Apple squinted. "What's that?" "The cave octopus," Talia said. "A mutated beast that's been living under Mount Droven. It's grown too large for the tunnels and might reach the surface soon. Your first mission, stop it before that happens." Apple blinked, a mix of fear and excitement in his eyes. "So I have to fight that thing? Alone?" "Every hero starts somewhere," Talia replied. "This is yours." The cave smelled of rust and damp stone. Apple stepped carefully, the light from his glowing wrist communicator dimly illuminating the rough walls. Every sound, the drip of water, the faint echo of his footsteps, made his heart beat faster. Then, a low rumble came from ahead. The ground trembled. And from the dark, it emerged. 8 massive tentacles slithered from the shadows, each as thick as a tree trunk. The cave octopus hissed, its eyes glowing yellow in the darkness. Apple froze. "Oh, okay, big guy." He lifted his fists. "Let's see if strength really means anything." He flew forward, punching one tentacle away, but the creature was faster than it looked. Another arm slammed him into a wall. Rocks tumbled, dust filled the air. Apple coughed and stood up. That hurt. He fired apple seeds like bullets, but they bounced off harmlessly. "Come on. You're supposed to do something." The monster lunged again. Apple dodged barely in time and noticed cracks forming in the ceiling above them. That gave him an idea. He flew up, smashing at the stone ceiling with all his might. The cave rumbled, chunks of rock began falling. The octopus roared, swinging wildly, but Apple stayed on the move, striking the walls, the ceiling, every weak point he could spot. "Let's see how you like a little cave in," he shouted. A thunderous crash echoed through the entire mountain as boulders collapsed, sealing the octopus deep inside. The dust cloud engulfed Apple, forcing him to stumble outside, coughing and covered in dirt. He turned to look back at the blocked cave entrance. It was completely sealed. Nothing moved inside. Apple smiled faintly. "Mission complete. I think." He walked toward the road, the sunset lighting his red hair. Days passed after the cave mission. Apple returned to the agency with bandages around his arm and scratches across his face, but his smile was brighter than ever. Inside the training hall, Talia waited for him. "You did well," she said softly, watching him enter. Apple grinned. "You should have seen me. I punched a whole cave down." Talia chuckled. "You completed your mission. Congratulations." She placed a hand on his shoulder. "You're improving faster than I expected, Apple." Metal Girl stood nearby, leaning against the wall. "He still makes too much noise when he flies," she teased. "You'd alert half the city before even landing." Apple laughed. "Hey, I'm learning, okay?" Metal Girl smiled faintly. "Yeah. You're getting there." The three of them shared a moment of silence, not awkward, but peaceful. To Apple, it felt warm, safe. Later that evening, they gathered at the cafeteria. Metal Girl sat across from Apple while Talia reviewed reports nearby. The place wasn't fancy, just steel tables and bright lights, but it felt like home to him. Apple poked at his food. "You know, it's weird. I don't remember the last time I had dinner with people who actually care about me." Metal Girl looked up. "You sound like you never had friends before." "I did," Apple said. "A long time ago. But everything changed after." He stopped himself, glancing at Talia. She gave him a reassuring look, and he smiled again. Well, it doesn't matter. You guys are my family now. Metal Girl leaned her head on her hand. Family, huh? That's a big word. Yeah, but it's true. Apple said. Talia trains me, you keep me company, and this place, it feels like where I belong. Talia listened quietly from her seat, her expression unreadable. If that's how you feel, she said finally, then keep working hard. A family is built on trust, and you've earned a lot of it. Apple smiled at her words, his chest warm. Then I'll make you proud, Talia. I promise. He didn't see the faint glance Talia and Metal Girl shared afterward, a silent look. For Apple, the agency wasn't just a workplace. It was everything he had left.